my geeks and freaks, Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. Woo! We are here to talk about Lovecraft Country, Season 1, Episode 3. So, was this episode geek or was it weak? Let's get into it. Oh man, happy Monday morning. So yes, Lovecraft Country came on last night, brand new episode, HBO Max, HBO. If you're not watching this show, or you know someone that's not watching the show, please put them on it. If you happen to see this video and you're like, what's Lovecraft Country? Be sure to check out my first 2 reviews of episode 1 and 2. I will link them, have them up here for you to watch, because oh my god, I'm telling anyone that will listen to watch the show, I absolutely love this show. It's hold on a sec. It's different than it's really different, I think, than any like sci-fi ghost mystery show that I've ever seen. And I think it's because the time period that it's set in and that the main characters are black. That I have not seen that before. Black people aren't dying within the first 5 minutes, even though we've had some deaths, but all the main characters are black. So we're seeing white people die, kind of similar to us, and you could definitely feel Jordan Peele's influence on the show, as well as J.J. Abrams' influence on this show. I feel like Jordan Peele is handling the horror, racism aspect of the show, and then J.J. Abrams is handling how all the sci-fi-ness of it and special effects and all that, and how that's gonna go. But the two of them combined in this partnership for this particular show, this particular story based off the book, I'm loving. So this episode takes place a few weeks, maybe a month or so after the untimely death of Uncle George. Oh, and before I go any further, please, I'll put in the description, spoilers. You've been warned. Spoilers. So yes, this takes place after the untimely death of Uncle George, and his wife, how do you say her name? Hippopotamus. How do you say her name? Well, his wife, Mrs. George, is just not feeling that story about the sheriff just killing him. She knows something is up. I think Uncle George is trying to keep him from the dead, because Letty got this new house, this like mansion, and she's made it a boarding house, a safe place for black people to come, but it's in a white neighborhood only, and they did not want black people moving in, and especially that amount of black people, so they were getting harassed. They left bricks on their cars so that the horns will always honk for noise. They burned a cross. They generally just intimidated them, and Letty just got tired of it, broke their cars, smashed their windows, and she got all beat up by the police and all that type of stuff, because obviously the police are on the white side. So the little racism stuff is good, but sometimes it just can be triggering and a little hard to watch, and it's just like, oh god, I don't want to see that. It's just so heart-wrenching. But there are ghosts in the house. So we solved that mystery, basically. We wrapped that up pretty tight, pretty fast, but it was done well. So there was a white guy who knew the sheriff, obviously, and the sheriff was supplying him with black people from the south side, and this white scientist or something was doing these experiments on these black people, and it kind of reminded me of Tuskegee Airmen. And so after he was doing these human experiments, these people obviously died, and he buried them in the basement, and their bodies rotted out in the basement. So he then himself died. I don't think they really touched on how he died. Maybe they did it, I missed that. But then, so all of their ghosts were kind of haunting the house. The main ghost was the white guy doing the experiments. And so they called this, shaman type woman who killed a goat, and they used a goat's blood to commune with them, try to get them out. Letty ended up calling the other black ghosts to help her, and they got rid of the white ghosts. And so now it's kind of like the black ghosts are living there in the house, helping Letty with any issues that they would get from white people, because 3 white guys did break in to come with bats to try and beat them up, and the ghost killed those people, killed those white guys, and left them in the basement where they died. So I really did enjoy that story. I thought that was pretty cool. As long as the deaths were cool and everything, I thought it was really done well and scary. Another thing that happened in this episode was Letty and Tick finally got together. They had sex, but it was Letty's first time. There was blood, and she just said she was on her period, but she later admitted to him that she was a virgin, and that was her first time. And it was, you know, not romantic. It was like kind of fast and kind of rough a little bit. So rough and not gentle, like you would see, like, I don't know, like on a soap opera or something, or one of those teeny movies where a girl has her first time and it's supposed to be like this special thing with the music and they did it in the grass or in the sand or some stupid shit that never really happens. So it was like, you know, just rooted in realness, or how many women might have experienced their first time. And I felt that story between them was great, and we're going to see where that relationship goes. And at the end, the white daughter, I don't know her name, I can't these names, she survives from the last episode, and she has some spell where she could control people, because Tick was going to shoot her, but she spelled him, and he couldn't move until she released him. And she's creepy, and we don't really know what, she's still talking about the Guardian of Eden, and we don't really know what her motivation is or what's going on. But she did give Letty the money to get this boarding house, because Letty lied to her sister and said her mother left her inheritance, and that put a rift between her and her sister, which was a great scene and great acting there. So this episode for me it's really geek. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see where the story goes, because now they're trying to find out the mystery more, going back to the Guardian of Eden story, and are they going to bring Letty's sister in on it? You know, they're keeping a secret. Are they going to keep Mrs. George out of the loop? So what's going to happen with that? What did you guys think about the episode? Let me know in the comments. As always, I can't wait to discuss with you. Until next video, guys, I'm out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace. Where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.